Hello dear crocheters! In this video I will show you 4 ways to join a round that I use in my crochet bag patterns. I will demonstrate this on my current project Sunny Naples. I have just finished the last stitch of the round and now I need to join it. I make the last stitch and now it's time to join the round. The easiest way is to join the round with a slip stitch. For this, I insert my hook under the first stitch of the round and make a slip stitch. This way the round is joined and I can continue crocheting in the round. With this method, I usually make the first single crochet into the first stitch and keep going. As you can see, the round is joined, but the join isn't very neat and will be visible on the front side. That means your bag will have a line of joins, but it won't always be straight because the join can shift left or right as you work in the round, making the line look messy. This is the simplest way to join a round, great for beginners. Now let's move to the next, more advanced method. The second way to join a round is a bit trickier and doesn't work for all crochet bag projects. I will explain its limits later. To join the round, I put the last stitch to make it bigger. Then I insert the hook from the back to the front under the first stitch. Grab the last stitch, pull it to the back, and tighten the working yarn to form a loop. I make one chain stitch and continue crocheting single crochet, working into the back loop only. As you might guess, this method only works for projects where all stitches are made into the back loop only, like mosaic crochet technique. As you can see, the join looks neat, but the horizontal stitch at the join is still noticeable. Again, this only works for mosaic crochet or regular crochet, where all stitches are worked into the back loop. Let's move to the next method. This method is similar to the previous one. Again, I pull the last stitch to make it bigger. This time I insert the hook from the back to the front, but not into the first stitch, into the second one. I grab the last stitch and pull it to the back. Then I tighten the working yarn, pull out the hook and insert it under the horizontal thread made by last stitch. Next, I insert it into the stitch, make a yarn over and pull it through all stitches on the hook. I make the first chain and continue crocheting in the round. This method is very popular, especially among bag makers. As you can see, the join is almost invisible, but this method is not good for thick yarn. That's because the join creates a small bump. Even though the join itself is hidden, the bump is noticeable. If your yarn is thin, you can use this method, but if it's thick, the bump will be obvious. So this is great for invisible joins, but only with the thin yarn. Now let's move to my favorite, the most advanced way to join a round. In this method, I use an additional piece of yarn. As you can see, I have 2 yarns here. The second one is the tail I left at the very beginning. Here, I crochet the last stitch with this yarn tail, as I show in the video. Then I pull the tail through the stitch to finish it. Next, I insert the hook from the back to the front under the first stitch. Grab the additional yarn and pull it to the back. Then, I insert the hook into the center of the last stitch. Grab the yarn tail and pull it through the last stitch. I tighten the yarn to make a neat join. As you can see, the join is completely invisible. Then I take the working yarn and keep crocheting. But not into the first stitch of the last round, but the last one, where the yarn tail is. This way, the start of each round shifts 1 stitch to the right. I make 1 chain and continue crocheting in the round with the working yarn, while the yarn tail stays on the back. The tricky part is that you need to calculate the yarn tail correctly at the very beginning. I usually leave about 2 meters for a bag of my size. As you can see, the join is perfect, no bumps, so it works even with thick yarn. The back looks neat too. The extra yarn tail stays there, and I cut it at the end. Like I said, this is my favorite method, but you have to plan the extra yarn length carefully. Thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful and interesting. Let me know in the comments. See you next time. Bye bye bye.